Hi ho, Keegan the Vlog here. Welcome back to Mark II wrench time. We are going to RADWOOD Philly, May 21st, 2022. Come visit us, come see this car. I got something else going to RADWOOD too. So come check us out, Philadelphia, links in the description and all that good stuff. Anyway, if you are new to this series and this channel, we found, this is a literal barn find. So I'm going to show you a video of a barn find Mark II that we picked up in April of 2021. And the previous owner was the original owner of this car. This car has been very well maintained and taken care of over its 303,000 miles. However, the previous owner did describe what he said was hydrolocking in the engine. We thought that probably meant mechanical interference during a timing belt job. So we were expecting some major work to get this thing back on the road. Well, we got it back to the shop that day and did some checking on the timing. It looked fine. We barred it over by hand. Everything seemed free and good to go. So we put a battery in it and it started right up. This is a turbo model. We were hoping that this is a turbo condition, that maybe the turbo had failed in such a way that was allowing oil to pass into the exhaust stream. So we removed the turbo and went about checking again, and we're still getting that raw oil in the exhaust stream. We decided that the most logical path, well, the only path for oil to get into the exhaust manifold from the inside is through the valves, or I guess maybe a cracked head, but either way. So we were looking at tearing the head off the car. We went ahead and did that. Now this is the deepest I've ever been inside an internal combustion engine. We got everything apart, and wow, we found the oil seals on the valve guides to be not tight, is probably the nicest way to put it. So we went about doing, decided that we were going to go all in and do valve guides and seals, basically a top-end overhaul of this car. Put it all back together. I would not use these videos as a how-to. We definitely, we did not do this engine any long-term longevity favors by banging on it. End of the last video, you saw that it was running, but it was running like crap. That ended up being just some fueling problems. I'll show you here in the hard line, very brittle main fuel supply line that was cracked and sucking in air to the stream. So that was an easy fix. We just cut that line further down its length where it wasn't cracked and put a longer piece of hose on it. Good to go. Well, we got this thing out on the road and tested it out on that to the exhaust. So went about putting the turbo back on and making sure that all works. Sounds great, pulls great, everything's great. This car has probably somewhere close to its original 68 horsepower at this point, but it has a great pull to it. It's actually quite a bit of fun to drive. We've got a few months to work out some of the rest of the problems with this car, get it really roadworthy, including the air conditioning system. The amount of spare parts in this car is just astonishing. So I'll show you this. We ended up doing all the brakes with parts that were in the trunk. So let's get into it. See, Steve has been pretty busy here with the exhaust system. I'm going to flash back to what this looked like on the car when we got it. Obviously, everywhere you see here, there was just a massive hole all the way down it. And these pipes are no longer available. They have been out of stock really since around when the pandemic started, and I don't know when and if they are going to be manufactured again and get back on the shelf so we can get new pipes. So we're gonna have to make do with what we've got and repair them as best we can. This one's not quite as rough as the other one. I'll show you the muffler. All right, Steve is still working on the muffler. Haven't really started on the back yet. behind us either.
So I'm going real slow now, in second gear, and I'm going to floor it. My foot's completely to the floor. I don't see any much back there at all, but you can feel when the power comes on.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quick stop. You belted in?
Yep.
Not inspiring.
No, that's not inspiring. But
we have a whole new set of pads.
It's the rotors. You saw how rusty the rotors are. Yeah.
We beat the runner.
Jim is right.
Yep. He usually is. Hate to admit it.
All right, got this apart, and this brake drum is really hot to the touch, so we got to get this off and see what's going on in there. Ooh, look at that, an MG. Extra steering wheel, just in case. Oh yeah. See, we got
This is the end that goes.
This is the end that goes into the brake drum. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's.
Got a whacking. Okay, so here we are with the RADWOOD Jetta. That's what we're going to call this guy now. The RADWOOD Jetta. We've got a few holes to patch. We got a few holes to patch before we put the interior back together. Not a huge deal. I've seen a lot worse. So we are going to take our time with this, put all this back together after we patch the floors a little bit, put some rust proofing down, put some Dynamat down, put the carpets back in. fix the horn, and yeah. So hey, thanks for watching. We will have some more content on this thing as we clean it up and get it ready for Radwood. If you like watching us mess with old 80s cars, Radwood if you will, please consider mashing that like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time right here on something wrench time. Hopefully back to a TR3 soon.